IGBO has cautioned President Bola Tinubu against linking the release of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu to political support from the southeast in the 2027 elections. In a statement by his Deputy President General Okechukwu Isizuguzoro, the Igbo Apex Group welcomed Tinubu's openness to a political resolution, but firmly rejected any attempt to use Kanu'S freedom as a tool for electoral gains.
They say even Ohanaeze in the Igbo don't also react to this Mazi Nnamdi Kanu matter. But one particular thing where they say Ohanaeze in the Igbo tell President Tinubu for inside this particular video, na it shock many Nigerians. Make una just listen to this man you guys are seeing in this video, in your reaction about the update. But the way this journalist, this woman, take give this man the question back to back, now it shocked me. This journalist, this woman, are one of the best journalists who I don't come across for my life. Since when I heard they listen to journalists, make una just hear their own reaction about when they say Ohanaeze Indigo talk about this Nnamdi Kanu matter, and make una also spread the video, make una share the video so that more people can come across this video. Share the video now free. And
IGBO has cautioned President Bola Tinubu against linking the release of IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu to political support from the southeast in the 2027 elections. In a statement by his Deputy President General Okechukwu Isizuguzoro, the Igbo Apex Group welcomed Tinubu's openness to a political resolution, but firmly rejected any attempt to use Kanu'S freedom as a tool for electoral gains. The group emphasized that Kanu'S continued detention must be addressed through dialogue, not political manipulation or propaganda, and praised Minister David Umahi for facilitating high-level talks. Ohanaeze also warned against individuals exploiting the situation for personal benefit and called for a 90-day ceasefire from inflammatory rhetoric to allow peaceful negotiations to proceed. While reiterating its support for Tinubu's administration, Ohanaeze stressed that the Southeast will not trade justice for political favors. What do you make of this development?
I 100% applaud this man for this statement. But where I disagree is the issue of negotiation.
You're right.
See, Nigeria must come to the time where we begin to eschew this political maneuvering. When we want to seek for political support, we do things that we are not supposed to do. We should allow the judiciary to handle this Nnamdi Kanu's matter. The justice of this country must take its complete toll on this matter. I don't believe in negotiation. If he has committed anything, the law should hold him responsible. Because if you don't do that, it will serve as a deterrent to so many others. The moment this man is freed under the auspices of we want to negotiate because Igbo should vote for the president in 2027, more than 10 persons will come back to do this same thing that he has done. Even the Bible said so. That when a spirit leaves a man, that spirit will fly for some time. But if that house is empty, the spirit will not just return alone, it will return with too many spirits and possess that place. So I think that the Nigerian government should look at this matter very critically. Nnamdi Kanu, if he has committed an offense, which I know he has, so many persons who have been killed in this country are traceable to Nnamdi Kanu, especially in the east, in the southeast. And so I think that the law should hold him responsible. If the law grants him freedom, let him go, because it is the law. Because of course Chukwude Oputal had told us that when the Supreme Court gives judgment, it is not that they are not fallible, because they are human beings. So whatever the law says, the law should take its course. But coming on the ground of negotiating Nnamdi Kanu for the vote of Igbo for 2027, I disagree totally. I don't agree that. And I think that the men like this, even holding the exalted position he holds in Igbo and coming out to speak boldly, I give him credence for saying this. Nnamdi Kanu shouldn't be the basis for which Igbos should vote for President Ahmed Bola Tinubu.
All right, very well. Now you said that if Nnamdi Kanu has committed anything, he should face the full weight of
the law.
And for you, political solutions should not be considered in this matter.
At all.
Very well. Now, if I may ask you, how come in Niger Delta,
yes,
the killings over Niger Delta marginalization and agitation. The killings, the kidnappings, bombing of pipelines, a lot of crime was committed in Niger Delta, particularly River State. And at the end of the day, there was political solution. An amnesty was granted.
Yes.
And in fact, as far as we were concerned, there was no justice for the blood that was shed on the ground of the Niger Delta region. Rather, there was what I would call a reward system for the people. In fact, one of the people that were one of the arrowheads in that particular, during that particular crisis, as it were, is still guiding the waterways of Nigeria. What do you have to say to that?
Let me put this to you.
Go ahead.
First and foremost, the Niger Delta agitation was for a cause.
What was the cause?
They were fighting for the ownership of the resources of the Niger Delta, for which the foreigners had come to take complete dominance, and there was nothing left for the Niger Deltans. Secondly, their environments were highly polluted to the extent that their livelihood and lives were shattered, and they couldn't have a place any longer. And so they cried to the government for several years, and nothing happened. Even to the extent that they lost very important Niger Deltans, people like our brother in Ogoni lost his life, and so many other persons lost their lives for that agitation. Yes, and so many others. And they lost their life for this particular agitation, and Nigerian government did not give them any listening ear.
Ofaruwa's death linked directly to the agitation of a murder of the Ogoni. Was it Ogoni 9?
No, it was not linked. It was linked. What caused that murder? It was an oil issue of the natural resources of our people, and that was why Kensa was told against it. He was not killed because he killed those persons. No, he stood even to the extent where
what was he convicted?
Convicted because it was military government. They can give you anything and charge you for anything.
What was he convicted for?
Convicted for what? For murder? Or for what?
What was he convicted?
What we have to say, whatever he was convicted for, even Nigerian government accepted that whatever conviction that was made of that man was illegal. And so there's no reason discussing what he was convicted for. And Nigerian government have tried to do everything to see how they can placate what they wrongly did during the military administration. Even recently, they even had to give them posthumous awards and all that to see to it that at least the persons begin to see reason for which they will even be happy for Nigerians. You know what it means to murder their people for the agitation of their own resources. And so the man the Kanu you are talking about cannot tell us what is agitating for in this country. Tell me what is agitating. That's one. Number two, can you link anybody directly or indirectly that any of these persons you mentioned their name had killed that you know? You cannot mention any, but you can mention many.
Were there kidnaps? Were there killings?
These killings, there was no. I cannot point at any killing.
Were there killings?
I cannot point at any.
Hold on. Was there sabotage of Nigerian economy?
Huge.
Was there explosion of?
Huge. Those ones are talking.
Hold on. These things happened.
Yes.
People died.
Now,
in Niger Delta.
Now the question is.
Hold on. In making defense of the reason for agitation by Niger Deltans, it will not be fair if human lives that went down are swept under the carpet, because whatever we do, we will not lose our sense of humanity in whatever we do. People were killed, and those lives must be acknowledged.
Let me tell you,
whether we like it or not.
Let me tell you.
The point I am making at the end of the day is this: Nigeria has a reward system.
No, you are still going there. You have said that.
I have said that, and I'm still.
And I want to correct that impression.
Hold on, you can't correct an impression.
No, I can't correct that impression.
Hold on, Honorable. Nigeria has a reward system that can be swept under a carpet. Was there Niger Delta agitation? Yes. Whatever reason they are agitating for, you say the reason is logical, the reason is rational, and the reason holds water. That's for the Niger Deltas. Now, the Igbos, on the other hand, are agitating against marginalization. For you, their reason for agitation holds no water. For them and the historical pain that they carry, the reason for their agitation holds water. you cannot sweep their agitation under the ground because you're not directly affected by it. Now the question is, if the government on one hand is giving amnesty to a set of people that committed crime while agitating, why on the other hand are they bringing consequence management on another region that is agitating as well? Let us look at insecurity in the country. In 2023, 2024 by the way, and early 2025, Nigeria was hit with food scarcity that has never happened before.
No, you are going back.
No. You're not moderating. Allow me. You will have your floor. Now, we were hit with food scarcity, and it was directly linked to insecurity. And insecurity, a lot of it was linked to herdsmen. Now, this is an ethnic group whose business is into cattle grazing. What was the move of the government? A law to grant them to have businesses across the states, even though the causes of insecurity by them have not been dealt with. It is on record that the killing by killer herdsmen is one of the highest in Africa. Insecurity. What has Nigeria done to that situation? But a region, you are saying no, there should be no political, but in your own region, Honorable Kingsley Akumefile, there was political negotiation. If this is holding a region of the country hostage, why can't there be political negotiation for peace to reign? Will you say the agitations of the Igbos do not matter just because you're not from that region? Then where is the spirit of equity and fairness? Why is it that what is good for the goose is not good for the gander? Honorable Kingsley,
good.
You may have your seat.
First and foremost, the Igbos are not agitating for anything as it is today, apart from the creation of another state that will make it 6 states in the region. Secondly, the agitation for what Nnamdi Kanu was doing was not an Igbo cause, it was his personal cause. That I know very well because I am part of it, because my mother is from Igbo, and I know everything that happened. Nnamdi Kanu is not even, the majority of the leadership of Igbos are not in support of what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. That's 2. Number 3, the persons Nnamdi Kanu has killed through his surrogates and all that are not people from outside Igbo, are his own people.
When you say surrogates, what do you mean?
His groups. The boys has brought as militias, because he has his own militia, people who equipped with guns and arms, who are going about killing their own people.
What's the name of these groups?
The group?
Yes.
It's a Biafra army, call them Biafra soldiers or whatever they call them. They have different names. In fact, today they have the Biafra, they have different names.
For someone who say you have been...
No. I don't want
from the
we have different names that they call them. The one they have, the Eastern whatever thing now, is what the states decided to create. He has different names for his own. Biafra army, Biafra this one and all that. He has them.
So apparently you cannot name one of these.
There is no need. Naming what? I don't need.
I mean, you are well informed.
What is the reason for those army of young people?
What groups are
in this place? We were fighting for a cause. The leadership of the Niger Delta supported that cause, and there was no time they went to market area to shoot their own people. There was no time they closed the market state from Monday to the day.
What happened? What was the killing that happened in Ogoni? That had another set of Ogoni people executed.
That killing,
you have said,
that killing that I told you is linked to the oil.
Who killed who?
Who killed who was because of those who have been bought over by the government or the military. And people felt they had sold them out. That was what happened. Nothing happened. In this case of Nnamdi Kanu, what is he actually fighting for?
Nothing happened.
That you go to a community, you show that community, you kill your own people. You see people coming with a government member, your own people, you kill them. You see your own in-law, somebody who is coming to marry your sister because he's wearing Nigerian army uniform, you kill him. You kill the woman, your own sister. What is he actually fighting for? It's not fighting, as far as I'm concerned, he's not fighting for anything. That's not agitation for the Igbos. It is a personal interest that he has, and he is using it. He knows he's using it to collect money from people. So he's not fighting for any cause. These guys over the years have said, government, call these companies to order Our environments have been polluted. We do not have a place any longer. And the government, rather than doing what was right, did what they know, escalated that challenge. And the people never did anything other than blow the pipelines so that they could stop this oil oppression. They were kidnapping expatriates. We don't want that.
There are no kidnappings.
As at that time, the kidnappings were only for the expatriates.
Lose their lives.
Who lost the life? Now, call the name of the people who lost the life.
No,
I am saying that
did the victims lose their lives?
in the course of trying to kidnap expatriates and explain village, shoot somebody and he dies. And this guy was not doing it intentionally. But this one will come out to the market and everybody sporadically. That's exactly what I'm saying. And also remember that the lives of Ohanaeze went to detention for so many years. He was there. Let him remain there. The law, he was led through the law. Let the law release him. Not in a negotiation that they should come and vote for a president. Let me ask you.
Honorable Kingsley Akinefule, hold on. You said that expatriates were kidnapped, that there was nothing wrong. The people that lost their lives as a result of stray bullets. The Ogoni people that were killed by fellow Ogoni people were killed because they were compromised. You know, while you were speaking, I was just hearing you trying to make sense of evil.
No, you don't say that.
Hold on.
No,
Under the guise of agitation, why in no way am I defending, and never have I defended, the killings going on in the southeast? And from what you have said, it is clear that you do not understand the exact insecurity that has plagued the southeast. And that was why I asked you, mention these people, the Bubagos and the Umuamas and the ESNs and all of that, and who played what role. You have not. At some point, Asari Dokubo that you're talking about also came out to say that his boys, was it the Bubagos or so? Yes. Asari Dokubo that you're talking about
don't have a group called
has come out. Hold on, go and do your investigation.
You don't have a group called
Listen, I am telling you now. Honorable Kingsley Akinefule, go and do your investigation before you come out and speak about an agitation.
I am telling you, Bubagos is not an agenda.
Honorable Kingsley, I am quoting Asari Dokubo. Do well to do your investigation on this matter. Now, moving forward, you have made all this case that you have made as to why Niger Delta agitation was reasonable and the amnesty was necessary. That is the agitation of a region. However, the agitation of another region,
I have not talked about amnesty. Please, hold on. I'm not saying it about amnesty. I talked about agitation. I didn't say the amnesty was necessary. I didn't say so.
The agitation of another region, it is not the agitation of another region, but the agitation of one man. Now, Honorable Kingsley, what you will not do is to sweep the pain of an entire ethnic city or ethnic group under the carpet.
Which of the ethnic group?
Whether you like the modus operandi of Nnamdi Kanu or not, the fact remains that there has been concerns that led to a civil war. A civil war that was led by Odumegwu Ojukwu.
Can you tell that war?
And even after the civil war,
yes,
that peace,
what was the concern for the civil war?
Peace has not returned up until date. And like it or yes, like the Ohanaeze said, even if Nnamdi Kanu is released today, the truth of the matter is that that ideology will still be there until it's addressed. Whether he's released or whether he is through political means or through the courts or he is not, the truth of the matter remains that that agitation still has life, and it must be addressed at some point by the leaders of the country. I have brought up the issue of the herdsmen, who to date has not been proscribed as terrorist organization, but the level of killing that can be traced to them has been unprecedented, and until now not one arrest has been made of these killer herdsmen, not one arrest, not one successful prosecution.